TL 2000, which is also a manual, and I don't have a Teflon foot, and it's just a straight stitch. And then I will test it on the Janome also, which is a little bit harder to use for bag making. And so I know that if I can sew it on that Janome, most people will be able to sew it. This was month 3 in December. It's like a metallic gold, super, super shiny and blingy. So those are some examples. I don't have any left from round 1, I don't believe, to show you. Most of the time these sell out, or maybe I have just a couple of pieces remaining, and then I may or may not carry them in the shop. So there's that. It is open. All you need to search, if you don't want to click a link, is Surprise Vinyl Club. It's $24.99 a month, includes domestic shipping, and are we going to say it, Ramel? The class?
Yes, the class will be available.
So we filmed a class. I'm making a easy zipper case with month 1, that vinyl, the surprise vinyl coming. We're going to start shipping tomorrow. They're all ready to go. So people who sign up for the Surprise Vinyl Club will get access to that class. You can sew that easy zipper case with me exactly as I sew it for a polished professional result. And you'll get access to that for free. It will be available to everyone else for a fee, but we spend a lot of time on these videos, and we need to make it worth it, right? Okay, so somebody asked me about a matchup. Hey, Betty Mom. If you're here, good morning, Claudia, Ingrid. If you're here, let me know how you're doing. I know we're getting into almost February already. I cannot believe it. I love the month of February because it's my mom's birthday, and it's my birthday, and it was Elizabeth Taylor's birthday, and it's the Dominican Independence birthday and all that, right? Well, oh, what is it called? Celebration?
Independence Day.
Independence Day for the Dominican Republic. Good morning, Madeline from Houston. Oh, thanks, Jess. It's always a good day to read band books. Okay, I'm going to take you overhead and stop jabbering. I hope I hit the right button. Here we are. Okay, so somebody asked me about Echinacea and Glow. This is just Glow. And this is Orange Moonglow vinyl, which is brand new. I just posted this vinyl this week. All right, so it is a perfect, completely perfect match. So I did want to share that first thing. Okay, while I have you here, oh, and this Glow colorway, I think I have a bolt left. I think I bought out the entire line, but then that's it. And in May, she's coming out with different colors, and I've ordered all of those bolts. So I have lots and lots of fabric coming. Somebody asked about Tula, her Nightshade Reboot. Yes, the whole collection will be in the store, as well as all Anna Maria fabrics, okay? All right, awesome. So happy to have you. Thank you. So I just restocked the rainbow colorway zipper ends. Remember, we talked about these last week. They're the thing that goes on the end of the zipper to have a really professional finish. So if you want these, they're in the shop. Yes, Elizabeth, orange. And you know what? I love a good orange. There are some nasty oranges out there, and I don't touch that. This is a good orange. This is a fire hot, awesome orange. I love it. Okay, I also restocked the magnetic seam rippers, good Lord, magnetic seam guides. These are from Dritz, and let me tell you why I buy this, because if you have an electronic machine like this Janome, the magnet in here is not strong enough to mess up your electronics. There are certain brands that I have heard can pose a risk. Not this one. It'll stay in place, but it's not like end of the world force field magnetically strong thing, okay? So those are restocked. Let me see. I wanted to mention my mom helped me make a bajillion Happy Scrappy packs, so those are rebooted. I know that photo is a little bit old. I have so many photos to take this weekend. I hope we have nice weather. But those Happy Scraps are awesome if you're looking to do something scrappy. I don't put tiny pieces in those. They're at least usable size. Yes, the Tic Tacs. My sister, Kat, loves the orange Tic Tacs, are used to. Okay, I have had some sample makers being really busy, and one is Dinah from DeForest. She is absolutely amazing, and she made this koala quilted pillow that I wanted to show you. And guess what? My helper Dodie made us kits. And in this, you get the Elizabeth Hartman pattern, you get all the fabrics, you get the background, you get the backing, you get the binding, you get the muslin because this is lined. See this envelope opening so you can put your pillow form in? This is lined. There are no seams. It's all lined. So these are in the shop. And thank you, Dinah, for making this. She did such an excellent job. It's so cute. Look at that. Isn't that just so cute? Ruby Star speckled. And we have some Kona solids here on the front and some speckled over here, some charcoal. So this is not a harsh Kona black. It's like a texture-y charcoal, and it's just perfect. Dinah told me to get that, and I have. She was right. She also made this tiger pillow kit, which I love because who expects a blue tiger? Nobody. I do, but that's it. And no, he's not sad. He's just like, I'm over it. And I can feel that. So Dodie made us kits for the tiger as well. And you get everything. The only thing you have to do is make it. It's traditionally pieced, so that's easy enough. And your pillow form. And I can show you how to make a fast pillow form, or you can just get one on sale somewhere. You know how they do. And then I have one more to show you. I was here super late last night. I was here all day. I wanted to show you this one by Amy of Tansy Designs. And I have a kit. It's not listed yet.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, aren't they all so cute? So I will have that up, and it will be in your Sunday email. Amy chose to not bind this top edge, and you can see the difference. Just the envelope opening, it is lined. So everything's included, from Moda Bella muslin for your lining to all the fabrics as you see them. All right?
And what are those called?
Those are quilted pillow kits, Ramel. There are 2 listed right now, and the 3rd will be up soon. I just think those are really fun because I've done a couple of her patterns, and after one block, I'm pretty much done. It's just, you know, enough for me. I don't want to make a quilt with 30 koala bears on it. It's just not my thing. So I think it's amazing when people do it and it's finished, but I know myself. And one is good. I have a pillow. And I can bring it out when I like it, and then put it in the attic when I'm tired of it, and then bring it out again a year later, you know?
I just pinned up one of them.
Awesome.
Koala.
You're so tech savvy.
That's right.
Okay, so how about this? Do you want to see the fabric first, or do you want to see the demo first? I wonder if we're not delayed enough so I can take a poll. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming down the line, including some new bag kits, and the samples are coming in. It's just amazing. How about, nothing yet, Ramel? Are we on YouTube yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fixed it.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to take you overhead, and I'm going to do this quick demo because somebody asked me about it. And it's how I mark my pieces when I quilt them. So I just put a piece of Kona here so you can see it, some quilt batting, and another piece of fabric. And I ironed them so it's nice and flat. And then I get out usually my acrylic ruler that is see-through and my Hera marker. And this is how I mark when I quilt. So I like to line it up on my cutting mat with the grid. And then if I'm doing straight lines, this is what I do. Is it possible for you to zoom in, Ramel, or no? Are you too busy?
Yeah, no, I can zoom in.
He's like clicking like crazy over here. So see these creases? If you were in my Stitch Happens class, one of the last videos is how I quilt. Amy was my demo and she showed you how I mark. Now, I can totally go ahead and do these too. Usually I don't because I just want to be super clear in my own head. But let me show you on the machine now. So I usually quilt with an all-purpose thread. I know you guys hear me say that all the time, but it's just the truth. And I put it on a little bit bigger stitch length because I like to see these stitches. I think it's super pretty. And personally for me, I go one direction. I don't often turn around and go up and then down and then up and then down. And I'll tell you why. Because it will scooch around and I'll get like these ripples. So I just have learned not to try and cut corners or save time because I end up messing it up and having to redo it. So that's not time saving, is it? Now you can experiment and see if it works for you. You might need to put on your walking foot. This is my walking foot. And if I was doing a whole quilt, I would definitely put this on because this, instead of going like this, it kind of does this. It's real cute. And it works super, super well. But this is so small, you know, it could be a coaster, it could be a bag that I'm working on, and I just leave on my regular foot. So I can see that crease for a long time. I mark it and then try to quilt it that same day. I don't let it sit for weeks on end. But those creases stay there. And then when I'm finished, you can either iron or you can just let it go. They will fall away eventually. Or you can wash your quilt to get that kind of scrunched up look, which I love. If you're having trouble at this stage where you're going the crossways or a different direction than your first quilting, if it's giving you puckers where the seams meet, then you want to go ahead and grab your walking foot because that's what's going on. The layers are not moving the same. The top layer is moving differently than the bottom layer. What?
We're having some interference going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Do I need to move?
No, you're fine.
Hmm.
You do have a couple questions.
Oh, okay, bring them. I'm going to grab my ironing board here. Here it is. This is the Hera marker tool. I like the Hera marker a lot because I'm not having to deal with any residue as far as tape. But you know, there's all kinds of ways. Can you use that tool to mark quilting lines on the soft vinyl? Yes, Angie. I have 2 videos showing you my quilted pouch kit, and I'm using this in those videos. So if you want to take a look at that, it works great. I love it.
You have another question?
Okay. Are the pillows foundation? No, they're not. It's traditionally pieced, those pillows. Easy peasy. I love paper piecing, but I know some people don't. You can also, if you wanted to, I like a chalk pencil to make markings, but you do have to rub a little harder than you do with the Hera marker. So this is also a nice tool. You're not running into the issue with the friction pens where you make a marking, you iron it, and it disappears, and then in cold weather it pops back out. You don't run into that. So these are my two choices for marking quilting lines, or really any time that you're marking on the front of the fabric. I do use friction pens when I'm marking on the wrong side of the fabric because it's darker, it's easier for me to see, and I've used them for years. That's on the wrong side of the fabric though. And if I was working with, let's say, white or a really, really light fabric, I might not do that. So it's worth experimenting with. Okay, so Tamara is asking if the Elizabeth Hartman pattern's more challenging than Stitch Happens quilt. No. Nope, you'll be fine. If you got through Stitch Happens with me, you will be absolutely fine with the Elizabeth Hartman patterns. Most of it is half square triangles, you know, sewing a rectangle to a square to a half square triangle, that kind of stuff. Totally easy. There's just lots of moving parts. So I do suggest you have those mini Post-it notes. I buy them by the truckload, basically. Those, you know, the real small ones like this, the 2 by 1 inch, and label your pieces. Okay.
I don't know if I posted that one.
Can you use that tool with Soft and Stable? Yes. So Faith, I would encourage you to go back and watch my demonstration for the quilted pouch. I have that on YouTube, 2 videos, and I use it with Soft and Stable and soft vinyl together, and I mark my lines and then I quilt, and I do all that right in front of you. Nothing is edited out. Will you be doing Stitch Happens again? No, not this year. I will have the class though. The class is publishing February 1st for everyone else. And I literally walk you through every single block, and then I walk you through putting it together, and then I walk you through quilting it and binding it. So it's like taking a weekend long class at your own leisure. So that will publish February 1st. And I just reloaded a few of those quilt kits, and I do have more in the works. I just had to get some more of one color in. So when that color arrives, we'll have quite a few more kits. And I will bring my quilt next week. I wanted to keep it at home while we have our Zooms. Our last Zoom, if you're in the Stitch Happens So Long, is this Sunday night. So bring your quilt if you're in that. Okay, what else did I have?
Oh, you do have another
question. How long will we have access to the Stitch Happens videos? Forever. You were in the sew along, so it's forever. And if you weren't in the sew along and you buy the class, you have it forever. You can't download the videos, but you can always log in and watch them. Working on my Stitch Happens now. Awesome, Kathy. Hope you bring it in and let me see. The thimble craft container is so pretty. Oh, thanks, Dalva. She's talking about this cup, which I think is so pretty too. It is good to hold your sewing supplies. I have one at home with my markers and pens and my pointer tool and all kinds of stuff in it, and it's just real pretty. It's lightweight. So we have those in now. Okay, I think, oh, I did add navy blue cotton webbing to the store. And I have to tell you a story about this. If you've purchased webbing from me before, some people call it strapping, but it is called webbing. You know how it feels. It's thick, but not too thick. It has body, it has shape. It feels like a fabric. So by you, Ramel, to your left, see that webbing on the bottom, the cream color? No, up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my supplier went out of business, and I tried another supplier, and I'm so glad I only bought one because I cannot sell this to you. This is awful. So this is what happens. You know, you try sourcing, and then you source from somebody else, and you get an inferior product. So this one is like cardboard. I don't know what is going on with this, but this whole thing is wasted. I'll donate it. But I just want you to know, what I sell you is what I use. I will not sell anything that I would never use myself. So I do get questions about that, so I just wanted you to know. All right, let me show you some Heather Bailey, and then we'll get on to our winner of the week, and we'll be out of here. So Figo fabric. Oh, awesome. Bethany's sewing this weekend.
You do have a couple questions.
Oh, bring them. Just interrupt me and let me know. This is so new. Oh, 1-inch leather straps. They have shipped. I mean, it takes a while. But yes, they were paid for and all of that early January. They should be here soon.
Cat is showing. Are you going to show the fabric? Yes.
Kat knows. I'll forget if she doesn't prompt me. So this is super awesome. Oh, my webbing, Karen, it's on the website, but all the webbing I sell is 1.25 inches, so 1.25 inches, this kind. And then I have some the nylon strapping, I have some of that in 1 inch and some in 1.5 inch. So it'll say on there. This is by Heather Bailey. This is called Local Honey. And we got the entire collection in just the other day. In fact, I should bring this table over. Do you want to see? It's so pretty. I'm just gonna bring it on over. What do you think? Come on down.
Look at all that.
It's kind of nuts, isn't it? Okay, so I thought I should show you how some of this plays with the vinyl. I keep hitting that middle one, sorry. So this is the Hunter Green vinyl that's relatively new. We brought this out, what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago? And it is just beautiful with this Heather Bailey print. No, I don't think you need to. I don't know. Whatever you think, Ramel. This is the same print in a different colorway, which would also be gorgeous with the Hunter Green, don't you think? As would this print. You can tell which prints are like my go-to. I'd make curtains in this. I'd make dresses in this. I'd do bags in this. I mean, all of it. I just love it.
I just pinned the Hunter Green.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for pinning that. So, you tell me, what is your favorite colorway? I have so many prints here. It's all listed on the website, and I did put it on the main page. You can click See All. There are bees, several bee prints in this line. One is like a big giant bee with this beautiful damask design, tons of detail, tons of detail. There is also tiny little bees. These are tiny little bees with not as much detail. And so this would be a good background fabric or a bag lining, pocket lining if you're making pants, trousers. There's all kinds of prints. Look at this. It's so much prettier in person than the photos that I use on the website right now. There's just so much to keep up with. I don't have time to take a bunch of DSLR photos, sorry. So I'm using the stock photos.
We do have some questions.
Go ahead. Got a honeycomb print. I didn't see that, Ramel, it was too fast.
Oh.
Does the navy webbing? That was the question.
Yeah, that just like so fast. Right there.
Does the navy webbing go with your navy vinyls? I didn't see all of it. You got to pause that.
Oh my gosh, I just did.
Navy and navy. I mean, I think so. I usually do cotton webbing with fabric versus vinyl, but I can pull this out here. Yeah, it goes. Let me go overhead. The webbing, it looks a little darker on the screen. It almost looks black, but I think that's our camera. It's a little deeper, but I think it would pass. But again, I'm usually using the cotton webbing on fabric, I would say, more than, if I'm doing a vinyl bag, I usually will use my leather straps, or I'll do a strap out of vinyl a lot of times. Not always, but a lot. So we have these honeycomb prints. This is black and gray. We have the smaller flower prints, which are so pretty. Okay. And I'll be doing more matchups on Wednesday. Oh, Elvira, it's available now. It's on the website. It's available. So all kinds of beautiful, beautiful prints, many colorways. So check it out online, sohungryhippie.com. And then this will be out tomorrow when we're open. It'll be out. I'll be cutting it.
You do have a request here.
Okay.
Can you match?
Moonglow green. I don't have moonglow green out here, Ramel. If you can find it. It should be in all the way back. We don't have the space to have everything in the front, so we do our best. And if you ever come in person and you don't see something, just ask, because I can grab it.
You also want to tell them that this is back.
Yeah, I said that on Wednesday,
Oh, okay.
on the Wednesday Live. So let me take you overhead. Mint is back, Mint Moonglow. And this is Moonglow Green. And yes, it matches wonderfully, absolutely wonderfully. You could do so many different greens with this line because she has so many different greens in the fabric. So, yeah, you're not going to go wrong. Like, you know, even with this, you're pulling this green. So, and there's mint. I just love this line. When I saw it, I absolutely screamed, no joke. And I called up the rep immediately and I was like, help, order now. This was August. So it's here. Super happy. Wednesday we'll do some more specific matchups and we'll include some zippers as well. I hope to hopefully have some Santorini kits for you. Yeah, we'll see. Because I really want to sew a new bag for myself. It's midwinter and I need a vibrant bag. So it'll probably be the Santorini. I don't know. I think that's it. Shall we share our winner?
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
All right, Carol. If you could email Natalie@sohungryhippie.com or help@sohungryhippie.com. We will get your prize out to you ASAP. All right, that's a wrap. I think we didn't take too long of your time. Next week, we will be back at 11 on Friday and most likely around 11 on Wednesday. That seems to be the magic hour for us. And we'll see you then. Thanks for being here. Bye.